What is up, YouTube? It's Ubu the Tech Guru coming straight at you. Today I have my second episode of Tech Tuesdays with Ubu. What we're going to be going over is my personal top 10 tweaks and apps from Cydia after you've jailbroken your device. So should be an annotation on the screen right now to my jailbreaking video. It's a little longer than everybody else's jailbreaking video just because I show the steps for properly backing up your iPhone, then updating to the latest firmware, which is compatible with Evasion, which is 6.1. There is 6.1.1 Apple just released, which is for a fix of 3G battery drain specifically on the iPhone 4S. But I'm just sticking with 6.1. I didn't update to 6.1.1. So, you know, if you've not jailbroken your device and you want to, you can go check out that video now. But let's get back into it. So these are not in any specific order as far as what's my favorite tweak and app. These are just the top 10 that I do, immediately following jailbreaking my device. So for number one I guess I first should point out how I'm doing this, just because it's really cool. Within Cydia is an app called Display Recorder, and so what it does is it mirrors whatever is on my screen onto my computer, and within a browser window. So you access it by simply going into your browser, typing in the IP address and the port that shows in Display Recorder, and it allows you to record. You could record right on your phone, but what I'm doing is I'm mirroring the display onto the computer screen and then capturing the computer screen with my screencasting software. So that's a really cool app. It's not necessarily one of the top apps that I'd suggest right off the bat, but if you're going to be doing any type of video recording on your phone to show tutorials, that's a really cool app. So for number one, I have OpenSSH. Now, right after you jailbreak your phone, I'd suggest the first thing you do is install the SSH server and change the root password from its default Alpine to something else. This tutorial won't go into how to install OpenSSH and how to change the root password and all that, but if you scroll down on the first page of Cydia, there's some frequently asked questions, and then showing you right away how to OpenSSH, how to access it and how to install it and how to change the root password and everything. So that's number one for my top 10 tweaks and apps right after you jailbreak your phone is install OpenSSH. It allows you to be able to access the phone. If there's any type of weird problems or issues, you can connect it to USB or on Wi-Fi and basically log into the server, the phone's SSH server, and you pretty much have access to the entire device. It's rooted, you have access to the root directory and everything on it. Now, yes, they can be dangerous, and you got to know what you're doing in there, but it's just good to enable the SSH and always have it there just in case you have to get yourself out of a bind. So for number two, I have SBSettings. Now you're going to notice I've set it so that if I triple tap the home button, it's going to bring up the SBSettings screen. And so you can choose to have an icon on the screen on your iPhone, or you can hide it using SBSettings. So under More, it should show, there's a whole mess of settings within here, and you can see there's a place where you can hide icons. See right there. So you can hide certain icons from ever showing on your iPhone, like ones that you don't use very often. Like I don't use the stocks one. You can't delete that, so I just hide it and stuff. Very cool. So if I go, let's go back to SBSettings. So you can see that there's some really cool toggles right off the bat. You can turn on and off Wi-Fi. You can turn on and off your SSH server. See, it just changes from red to blue. Red obviously is off, blue is on. You can affect your brightness right on the screen. So there's just a bunch. You can turn Bluetooth on and off. You can look at the current processes that are running. Like if I wanted to kill Skype, I could just click the little circle with the minus symbol and hit delete. And then Twitter, I can delete that, and you can free up the memory too. As you can see, it's available memory right now is 186. Then after it frees up, I'm left with 22 megabytes. That can't be right. Oh, there, 252. So that's SBSettings. I definitely suggest installing that. It allows some great toggles right at the tip of your fingertips. So number 3, we have Activator. Now, Activator is it's a really cool icon. You can basically assign any type of application or selection on your phone to any type of gesture or scroll, swipe down, swipe over. So check out the one that I've activated, which basically when the phone is off and I hit the button, I can shake it, and it just brought up my camera application. So that's a really cool Activator. Allows you to basically assign any action to or any app or whatever to any type of swipe or shake or double tapping of buttons or so on and so forth. So Activator is a really neat one. I guess we'll go right into it since I'm at the lock screen. It's called IntelliScreen X. Now this one is a paid app. It's $10, but notice I'm at the lock screen and I just basically swipe from the top down. Now all this stuff is right at my fingertips. I can scroll to the right, and I have some stuff blurred out. So these are all my emails, and you can just scroll down and it'll refresh what's on the screen. And now remember, this is all from the lock screen, so it's really neat. You have instant access to your Twitter. Again, you just pull down to refresh it. And now somebody pointed out on Twitter when I mentioned this app is, what about security? What if somebody gets your phone, and it's locked, but now they have access to all this stuff? And that's true. I mean, that's something you're gonna have to keep in mind. If you want the convenience of having this stuff on the lock screen, but are worried about somebody getting your phone and being able to see all this stuff, well then, yeah, you're gonna have to check the settings of IntelliScreen, and I think you can determine what all is shown at the lock screen. And then I can scroll over more, and then you see I got my Facebook, and scroll over more, and there's some RSS feeds of some sites that I've joined, whatever. So that's a really cool app. It's IntelliScreen X. It is $10, but it allows you a bunch of stuff right at the lock screen without even having to go open up and unlock your phone. So like I said, here's just like an overview, and you can actually get rid of these notifications by just clicking on the little X and clearing it. So some of this stuff's probably grayed out, so you guys can't see it. But, so you got the time, you got the RSS feeds, and then you got the weather, and then, there's various notifications all shown at this very first screen. The calendar, game information, Facebook stuff. And then if you want to go into more detail, like I said, you just scroll to the right, and you got mail, and you got Twitter, and you got Facebook, and so on and so forth. So Bolt. And Bolt, if you'll notice in the very top right corner, right up here, that there is no battery meter. And it's free, and it basically gets rid of the battery meter because it just takes up space. I mean, you have a percentage of your battery. Why do you need a battery meter as well? So Bolt, when you are plugged in, it shows a lightning bolt, and when you're not plugged in, it does not show a lightning bolt. Notice at the very bottom how I have 5 icons. That Cydia tweak is called 5-Icon Dock, and it allows you to have 5 icons, just like it says. We have Bitafont, and Bitafont basically allows you to change the font of everything on your iPhone. Now, I'm obviously an Ubuntu user. I love Ubuntu, and there's actually an Ubuntu font pack within Bitafont. So basically, for all these apps that I'm listing here, you would basically just go into Cydia and do a search, and type in whatever one of the tweaks that you are enjoying. So there you can see there's Bitafont, and it's got a check mark because I already have it installed. And then you can find fonts for Bitafont, and you're able to customize which font you want within the settings menu. You just scroll down until you find Bitafont, or wow, it's not there. I'm trying to think where Bitafont is. I think, oh, you know what? I hid it because it's not something that I use all the time. So I'd have to go into Cydia I might have put it in my doc, but anyway, so Bit of Font allows you to change the font on your phone. It's a neat little app called I Caught You, and actually I can demonstrate how it works here. If I lock my phone and now try to unlock it and enter the wrong passcode, notice how it says wrong password, try again, and then it even shows a neat little message. Hello there, now get the fuck out. But so now I will enter in the correct password, and we'll go over to my email, and you'll be able to see that it actually sent me an email of, it takes a picture of whoever basically tried to unlock your phone. It gives you, the stuff's grayed out, but it gives you the actual location of where they tried to unlock it, you know, so you can see maybe in the general area who's got your phone, who stole it, or maybe who found it if you had misplaced it, whatever. So you can see here, if I scroll, there's the picture it took when I tried to unlock the phone with the wrong passcode. So like I said, some of that information is grayed out, so you can't see it, but it's showing my specific address of where the actual, you know, the device was right when they tried to unlock the phone with their incorrect passcode. Shrink. Now you can obviously notice on the screen that all my icons are really small, and I've only applied an 80% shrink within the app, and you can apply, you know, whatever percentage you want to make the icons smaller. You know, there's different alignment you can set, badge scale, label scale, doc labels. I mean, there's tons of customization within the shrink application. I just like shrink as a tweak, just because it kind of makes my screen just look really clean. You know, everything doesn't look so cluttered and close together. And you know, it is a little smaller. Some people with not the best vision might not like it, but you can set whichever, you know, size you want for that. Show you Zeppelin, and notice in the very top right I have a colored Apple logo. So Zeppelin is a tweak that allows you to change your carrier logo. So I'm with AT&T. Normally there'd be an AT&T up there, but if I take us into Zeppelin, you can see there is a whole mess of icons within the Zeppelin. Now, the Zeppelin is an app itself, but then if you do a search within Cydia, you know, with just Zeppelin, there's a bunch of other logo packs. So I installed Zeppelin itself, and then I installed like a Zeppelin logo pack. And so you can see that there's all these, I mean, look, there's even Coca-Cola, and notice, see, it already changed in the top left. It's like on the fly update. You know, there's so many different ones. FedEx. I mean, look at that. Imagine just having FedEx up there instead of AT&T. You know, Bond 007. That one's pretty slick. But I like the, oh, there's even an Atari one. That one's kind of tough to see because of the blue on blue. But Adidas, that's a pretty cool logo. I'll actually leave that one. So that's Zeppelin. Winterboard. And Winterboard basically allows you to customize the theme or what the icons look like on your screen. So first you have to install the Winterboard app itself, and then you can go in Cydia and look for various themes within. There's actually a theme section. Now a lot of the apps are, a lot of the themes are paid themes, but there are many, very many free ones as well. And you're going to want to make sure you notice, you know, there's different sections. So like standard definition for the older iPhones or iDevices, HD themes. So you just go into here and look for a theme that you like. There's usually screenshots and everything. The one that I'm using is Limbo HD, I believe. Let's scroll down and just see what the information shows of Limbo HD. I think I went too far. Here we go, Limbo. So it is a free one, free theme. So you go in and you can see, so notice the 330 icons he's made. So those numbers are going to vary. Sometimes there might not be an icon made for the theme. So, you know, a lot of your icons will have the custom theme you have, but then one icon won't. Like notice on my home screen here, the photos one isn't custom, the camera one isn't custom. But all these other ones in the Limbo HD theme pack are like this kind of diamond shape, and they're you know, it's just the way it is. So that's, hopefully you guys found this video informational and helpful. Hit that subscribe button that should appear above me. I don't know. But hit that subscribe button for more. You know, I'm going to try to keep my Tech Tuesdays with Ubu going on Tuesdays. I apologize. This one's obviously Saturday. It's not on Tuesday. I got to think of a next topic for my next Tech Tuesdays with Ubu. If you have a suggestion for which one I should do next, let me know down below in the comments, okay? And give me a rating and let me know what you thought of the video. I'd appreciate it. Thanks a lot, guys, and take care. Ubu out.